Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 35 of the Ability Almanac. My name is Brian, and today I am filming the last episode of the Ability Almanac until December 14th. Keep this in mind because I'm out of characters now. I have to wait until Adam comes out to do more Ability Almanac, so until that guy comes out, I'm kind of screwed for abilities. But that's alright. In the meantime, if you'd like to watch the full playlist and check out all of the abilities in Injustice 2 at this point, which is November 23rd? 4th. November 24th. Had to double check. So, if you want to check it out all up to this point, feel free to do so. But today, without further ado, we're checking out Hellboy and seeing if this guy impresses, or, you know, he would look at this and go, oh, we've got better things to do. Quite frankly, given his character, I wouldn't be surprised if he went with the latter. Hellboy is seen as a fairly straightforward character, but he has a lot of complexity, especially in the air. And his gear abilities are no exception, where he brings a lot of trinkets to the fight, including Vasilisa's gift. Sorry if I said that wrong. Now, I don't know who Vasilisa is, but apparently she hooked up Hellboy with a bottle of angel tears in order to act as a pseudo full-screen low. And this also summons a tree from some sort of magic forest. Again, keep in mind that I'm not very well versed in Hellboy lore, so you kind of have to cut me some slack there. And what this tree does is it acts as a restand. You can't continue combos with it per se, but it's a nice restand if gravity gets a little bit hectic. Then we have the augmented Devil's Revolver meter burn. Instead of one big shot that sends your opponent flying, it's 3 normal shots that are fired in rapid succession. This works really well with Air Devil's Revolver, which the normal meter burn is also the big shot, but I didn't have time to show. But as you can imagine, Air Devil's Revolver is exactly what you would expect. It's an air version of the Devil's Revolver, fired at a 45-degree angle downwards. Next up, we have Azael's Guard. This is Hellboy's answer to Wonder Woman's Shield Walk. It's actually better in a way because you can choose when to walk forward, so that also creates that sort of pseudo mind game thing, or you could just soldier on and take all of the damage that you really need in order to kind of just say, fuck you, Joker. And yes, when he does have this up, he takes half damage while he's walking, and he can meter burn it to make it go from 50% less damage to 90% less damage, as in taking 1/10 of the damage. And then we've got Gravedigger. This is yet another grab in Hellboy's arsenal, but this one is low. And the meter burn version, which pops you up, can be chained into itself multiple times in order to get multiple large launches with the Gravedigger. But keep this in mind, it does work really well with the other command grabs, but timing can be a little bit of a bitch. But when you can get combos like this, why wouldn't you try it, right? Especially with that sweet venomous DOT. And then we've got Nail in the Coffin. This is one of 3 2-slot abilities for Hellboy, including Vasilisa's gift and the final ability we're going to show here. This is a low projectile that, like all the other 2-slot abilities, replaces the up Devil's Revolver. It's supposed to scramble the opponent's inputs on hit, but I have a hard time demonstrating that, so keep that in mind. And I think it only works online for the scrambling. I don't think it works on the AI too well. But you'll notice when it's meter burned, it creates this hole into hell, which acts as a pseudo corner. This is very unique. Not very many characters are able to kind of control what's accessible and what isn't. You can jump over this pit, and projectiles do go over it. And as you saw, some of Hellboy's command grabs actually go over it as well. So you can kind of think your opponent's not going to reach you, but fuck you, I'm going to grab you anyway. And in case you're wondering what happens if you have the opponent trapped in the corner, you can trap them in the corner and in between that Hellfire pit. Super nasty if you've got an opponent that has to jump, but that leaves them open to potentially getting shot or succumbing to Hellboy's aerial game. The final ability we have today is Brimstone Grenade, a mid-grenade that you can choose the 3 different ranges for, and this is probably the closest replacement to the up Devil's Revolver that I could really find. Vasilisa's gift is a low, and the Nail is also a low, whereas this is a mid that can anti-air opponents and pop up the opponent with meter. Now after the super combo, you know what time it is. Frame data time. Once Joker gets dragged to hell where he belongs, by the way, I like how hell is actually also kind of copied from Firestorm Super. You should have a look at them side by side sometime. It's uncanny. But you should have a look at these, and, well, Hellboy's got a comment for Joker right at the end of this video if you are interested in listening to it after he kind of combos and stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, DFTBA.